What's happening? What's happening? Slide back in the camera frame. Y'all seen that? Let's see. Yo, peace. Assalamu alaikum. What's going on, folks? Peoples, brothers, sisters. I got a beat playing in the background. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear that or not, if it's too loud or not. Let some more people know on live. They might see it though. How y'all doing today on this, what it is, Saturday, right? How y'all doing today? I'm on the iPhone today. I got all my Rukin, I think that's how you say that. Assalamu alaikum, brother. But I'm on my, I'm streaming on the iPhone today. I got my other phone, so that way I ain't miss no points, and y'all know how I be fumbling and all the other type of stuff. I be trying to figure it out as I go. But hopefully I do a little better today. I know y'all see this hat, man. I always got this camo hat, my favorite hat. So if you see it a lot, that's why, my favorite hat. But let me take that off for a second. Matter of fact, let me just keep the head on. Head cold. Before I get started, man, anybody got anything they noticed this week in America? Before I jump off in this thing with all the stuff I done seen and whatnot. The demographic, where you're viewing from, what's your current location? I'm in Georgia. I keep forgetting what part. I wanted to give out the city name like that, but Central or South, North, East, something like that. I don't remember. We said it on the last show. Speaking of which, how many of y'all seen that live from yesterday? Anybody in here currently that watched the live yesterday when I had Pops on the veteran perspective? The veteran perspective is how you say it. That's, you know, we black folks say veteran. Anybody in here watched that live from yesterday? Anybody? Can y'all hear this beat at all? I got a instrumental playing. I just want to make sure it ain't too loud. I don't want y'all to hear it necessarily, but I just got it playing. Nobody, nothing? Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna clarify something from the live from yesterday. To me, I think it might have rubbed a few people the wrong way. But let me clarify something. From when I was at, that was my dad from yesterday. That was I was at his house. You know, he was in his zone. He was smoking his medication and whatnot. I said, I'm at his house. He do what he want to do. I noticed when he was talking about lighter skinned people and straight hair. Viewers kind of dropped real quick. I guess that kind of rubbed some people wrong way. It kind of rubbed me a little way to a degree. He was saying lighter skinned people are a little crazy. So I don't know if he was having a Charleston White moment, a veteran Charleston White moment or what, but his reality ain't mine. We're two different people. We got our perspectives on things. Like, you gotta remember, he a fireball. He was in the Army, man. So the way he see things gonna be way different from the general public. You know what I mean? But that's Pops though, man. That's my dad. So But yeah, like I said before I go off into it, man, anybody got anything in particular they would like to comment on? I don't know if I'm gonna do the phone call thing. I mean the number there, but I don't know if y'all rocking with it today or not. So I'm gonna just go into it. Appreciate the like. I don't know who that is, but appreciate the like. You know, if we got Josh in here, we got L Rookin in here, but we got 4 of y'all in here. At least one of y'all let me know where you from. All right, well, let me just go into this, man. So the first thing I want to get into, it's a little, I'm getting some insurance things set up. It was so it kind of, I don't know, stayed on my eyeballs for a little minute when I seen it. But how many of y'all, nah, man, you in Jacksonville, you got to know my dad then, because that's where I'm from, bro. How you find this channel, bro? I'm from Duval, man. I don't know what I got. Oh, I got it tattooed on my arm right here. I don't know what I got to do to prove it, but they know me down there, man. I got shot down there. That's how I end up in the wheelchair. So, how many of y'all seen this? Aretha Franklin, her sons found the wheel, another will that was written supposedly in the sofa or something like that. Handwritten will found under the sofa and hidden in a cabinet. And I bring it up because I believe she had something in her another kind of way. I don't know exactly how those things work, but they were supposed to go through like some type of financial education or business something to get that money that she left to them. But they found something else. They gave them a loophole, I guess, to get it right then and right now. But I kind of agree with the first, okay, appreciate it, Kevin. Kevin Knowles, I think that's how you say that. Peace and blessings, brother. I kind of agree with the first will, or the financial education she wanted them to get, man, because, you know, us as black people, man, we get them large sums of money like that, and we don't know what the hell to do with it. Half of it be gone within a year, and we struggling to figure out how to get the other half back by the time the other half is half again. So, but that just, like I said, I'm working on some life insurance things and whatnot, and that just kind of hit home for me because I ain't got no kids of my own, but you don't want to leave something to your children and then they go and set it on fire, rushing to get it. You know, they not gonna treat it like how you treated it and was careful, and you know, you maneuvered to do things a certain way to, you know, keep your finances and keep your assets and whatnot. So, but that's that. I'm gonna post all this stuff in the description later. I didn't do it ahead of time because I'm on the iPhone and I didn't know how I was gonna format it in the description. This heat wave. I see 2 people that commented. One said they're in Bama, one said they're in Florida. I believe I seen something earlier. Arizona and Florida is expecting, I think the word they use, some type of index and whatnot. I don't know nothing but Fahrenheit. 110, man. 110 degrees. It be hot as hell outside, man. And it's a post I meant to make before I came on live. It's in the final call, but this is a free download. Oh man, what happened? It's a free download from the nation that you can. I'm gonna post it later. I might should be able to post it now though. But you can get this edition that It's a reissue of the Disaster Preparedness edition. Read about weather-related disasters and how to prepare yourself and family in case of emergencies. It got you can download it for free. So I'm gonna try to post it while I'm doing this. I don't want to be looking down at the phone too much, but with that being said, I wasn't gonna go into this immediately, but since I'm on that disaster preparedness topic type thing and watch the weather, I found a brother. I don't know if he in the nation or not, but his name, I'm gonna play it for y'all. Let's play it for y'all. It was something to think about. I think about this type of stuff on the regular. Just play it for y'all. I'll turn this thing around. Let's see, one second. I don't even know.
Greetings, family. I'm Brother Paul Muhammad, and I'm coming to you to tell you about a class that I'll be teaching dealing with emergency communication and how to establish an emergency communications plan for your family. You have to ask yourself, what will we do when all normal forms of communication fail? How would I communicate with my loved ones? How would I communicate with my children? Well, in this class, we show you practical application using radio technology. This radio is called amateur radio, or also known as ham radio. This small device has saved many, many lives. If you do the research from Hurricane Katrina to the wildfires in California, this device have come to the rescue. So you don't want to miss this class. It's $150 for the class, but out of that $150, you get your radio, you get your study material, you get your audio book, and you also get testing software, and you get a live teacher, myself, to answer any and all questions that you have. And we also are preparing you for the licensing test. There is a license because this device is regulated by the FCC. They regulate all communication airwaves. So what I do is help prepare you to get the technician class license test so that you can transmit on this device. So you can have this device without a license. You can listen on this device without a license, but you cannot transmit without a license. So this class will get you prepared because we don't have a lot of time. There's disaster striking all across the planet.
So yeah,
and you never know when disaster will strike you.
Yeah. So you never know when disaster will strike you, man. You need to have stuff like that, man. Like you said, you can listen in and you can have it, you can own it, but you gotta have a certain kind of license to I guess transmit and talk on it and whatnot. But that's something a lot of us need to have. You can't just depend on these smartphones and whatnot. You never know what company might go out and what disaster or your internet service and your Wi-Fi and all this flooding going on, earthquakes, and man, it's going down. That's why I put hashtag watch the weather, which is the ministers or the nation hashtag. So you need to be prepared, man. It's not really a matter of if, it's really a matter of when, in whatever area you're gonna be in. But I'm gonna put that down in the description too, that link to his TikTok. That's Brother Paul Muhammad. Again, I don't know if he's in the nation, but I had that thought often about, having walkie-talkies in another line of communication to talk to your folks when, you never know how stuff gonna go, man. You just don't know. You need to be prepared. It's a whole, is it a disaster type list of things that Elijah Muhammad had came up with that a lot of us have. I think some of them can be modernized. I might have a list right here, but I was gonna make a video another time and go through. Oh yeah, I got some of the stuff right here. But aspirin, thermometers, band-aids, baking soda, burn ointment. It's a nice little list of something. You can look it up actually. I think I got a link somewhere. Yeah, I do got a link in my phone somewhere. So I ain't finna go through that right now, but I wanted y'all to know that, because that was just one of the things I'm into. And generally, you know, most of the subscribers, y'all kind of into the same things as far as thinking. Otherwise, why would you subscribe? This flood, man. I'm gonna stay on this in this area for a little minute. I'm gonna try to just make it flow kind of smooth. This flood, man. The flooding, and as I mentioned on a few minutes ago, this heat wave. And I'm gonna jump ahead right quick before I go into that. It was a meteorologist resigned because he was getting death threats in man, was it Ohio? Was it I got all my links here today, so let's see. I ain't slipping today. In Iowa, he was getting death threats in Iowa. I didn't even know Iowa got down like that, because he was reporting on climate change. So he quit or resigned. You know, he was talking about this heat and the global warming. But you know, if you up on the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, as brought to you and taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we taught that there's but one God, and that, you know, who controls rain, hail, sleet, earthquake, snow, and you know, all that. So they see it as one way, but if you up on the teachings, you know that the minister been telling you watch the weather for a nice little long time now. So none of this heat thing, it might be surprising to you, but it shouldn't be, because you done had a warning for a nice little minute. You know what I mean? It be hot as hell, bro. It be hot. They said this first week in July has been the hottest week, the hottest recorded on Earth. That's saying something right there, man. That's saying a lot. Now I'm just talking to myself. Everybody done left me. But I'm gonna keep going for the replay though. Let me see. Where I was at? Vermont flooding. They said they got 2 months of rain within 48 hours, bro. And they were saying this is a once in a 1,000-year weather event caused by climate change, man. Ain't no way though. Ain't somebody controlling that. But I think that's it for the weather type stuff. Let me go back down the line a little bit. I think it was the end of last week where I seen somebody post something about some tourists crashed in Mount Everest, and then, you know, I do these lives on Saturdays. I think the day of Saturday or that following Sunday, it was like 2 or 3 plane crashes, man. So like within the last 2 weeks, man, I done seen at least 4 plane crashes reported, man. I'm a little nervous to get on the plane, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's a little nervous every week or every other couple of days you seeing a plane crash somewhere, man. I don't like that. I drive to wherever I gotta go. I'm just stay on the ground. Cause that's a little unsettling to your boy. Lighten the mood up a little bit. Who y'all think this Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk cage fight thing really gonna happen, or is this just a little illusion they throwing over your eyeballs? What you think about that? And what they fighting for? Over subscribers or users? Like, is it really gonna happen? How many of y'all think Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg really gonna throw them hands? Now I seen Mark Zuckerberg training. Well, I ain't seen him training, but I seen him pictures with Israel Adesanya. So they looking like they gonna swing something. But now if y'all let these 2 white boys get in the thing and fight, and all these other rappers be talking about getting fighting and whatnot, and they always some kind of way don't want to fight. But if y'all let these two white boys get in there and really fight and hash out their differences, whatever they is, that's gonna make a lot of us look a little crazy now. I mentioned last night about the military struggling to recruit for the army. Have anybody seen it? I want to play. I'm probably play about 3 minutes on it. That's another video I wanted to make too. I got to get the clip of the minister when he was saying, a lot of the people that's in the army today, well, the original lecture that I heard him speaking about it on was it had to be like from the early or late 90s, mid 90s or something like that. But it was like, most of the Caucasians that's joining the army now, they from other countries. You got Asians joining the American Army, Canadians, Greeks. Not sure if it's Italians. You got some Mexicans. But it's none of the white Americans. Peace, man. That's Josh in there. So he was saying, I guess it's probably around the hippie area. I don't think it was the 70s. It could have been. I think it was the 90s though. But I gotta find that clip. But let me play this for y'all. Y'all don't mind. About any military background viewers in here. See if I can get this to play. Man. We ain't getting no got a little technical. Run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Damn. The Devil's Army, no sir.
Welcome back on this Independence Day as members of our armed forces are being honored and celebrated at the White House and around the country. The U.S. military is in the middle of what is a massive recruiting drought. In 2022, the U.S. Army had its most difficult recruiting year since it ended the draft in 1973. Other branches are struggling too, leaving the Army, Navy, and Air Force roughly 30,000 recruits short of their goals. There are all sorts of explanations for the shortfall, including the pandemic, a tight labor market, but one reason appears to be the experiences of veterans themselves. According to the Wall Street Journal, more and more veterans are urging family members against enlisting. That does not bode well for an Army where nearly 80% of all new recruits have a family member who served. And joining me now is the retired Army Colonel, Jack Jacobs. He is, of course, a Medal of Honor recipient and an NBC News military analyst. Colonel Jack, on this holiday, as always, we say thank you for your service. And this is a heck of a headline about the all-volunteer force in the U.S. right now. The former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mike Mullen, told the Wall Street Journal about prospective recruits. He said the following: influencers are not telling them to go into the military. Moms, dads, uncles, coaches, pastors do not see it as a good choice. What's your take?
Well, it used to be a good choice, and we had generations of people joining the military because previous generations had. I did because my father had served in the Second World War in the Army in New Guinea and the Philippines, and I thought it was my obligation to serve. But a lot has happened since we decided to have an all-volunteer force.
So what y'all think gonna happen, man? Y'all think they gonna re-enlist the draft, or however you say that? They gonna try to force you to go fight for something that you ain't fight for, freedom that you don't have? For real? What's y'all opinion on that? They said 11 days ago. I thought it was a little sooner than that though. But the fact that ain't nobody really trying to go get in there says a lot though, man. That says a lot. That's why they got so much technology and they pressing buttons and dropping stuff on you, cause like Pops was mentioning last night about hand-to-hand combat, And if you ain't really got nothing to fight for, a lot of people ain't trying to fight. So I guess a lot of them don't see a reason to fight or join the army. They want to claim what the army is supposed to give you was freedom, but I guess a lot of people waking up, or you know, they just a little soft-hearted. But you don't really see a lot of I gotta find that video, man. You don't really see a lot of American citizens, you know, from generations joining the army. You see a lot of like I said earlier, people who come to America seeking a better life. Greek, I want to say Italian, but I could be wrong on that. You know, all them different kind of other white folks that come in. Let's see. Japanese, meth in the Japanese food. How many of y'all read about that? Japanese steakhouse in Florida closes after customers alleged meth poisoning, no arrest. I like Japanese food, man. This was funny. That was funny to me. At a hibachi table. I ain't really go far in it, but it was just funny though. Like they trying to set the Japanese up or something. Somebody done dropped a little something in there. A lot of Japanese spots I done been to, it don't be just Japanese in there. I ain't really seen a lot of black folks working in there, but I see it be Japanese and a few Caucasian, a few white folks in there. So that's about every Japanese spot I ever ate to. And I like Japanese food primarily because the few that I've been to, they don't never have any pork on the menu. They might have shrimp or I can't think of what the other one is right now. I want to say crab, some type of wonton thing maybe, but I might be wrong. But they do have shrimp. You know, that ain't on our diet plan on this side. But for the most part, most Japanese places I've been to do not serve pork. They don't have it on the menu. And I looked it up one day on Google, and I was gonna make. I keep saying about damn videos I was supposed to make, but I get so damn distracted sometimes, man. They were saying that at one when I Googled it, Google was saying they don't eat pork. Then you scroll a little bit, they were saying it's a delicacy. So I was confused, man. You can ask Google one thing and you'll leave confused sometimes. You'll get two answers. You get yes and no. Don't make no sense. So, but you gotta watch the Japanese food, man. You might get a little high. The black man fishing. I seen Tariq Nasheed post that about the white therapist and a few other neighbors in his neighborhood. I don't remember what state that was in. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Or I got the link. Let me see if I can figure out what state it was in. Georgia. That was in Georgia. And he was harassed for fishing in the neighborhood. White folks just come up to him, hey, doing that little smart boy. I ain't gonna say I hate, but I don't like it, man. I be in the store, and generally, if people don't speak to me, I don't speak to them sometimes. I just be going where I go, stay out their way. But when white folks do this smile right here, that little, I call it a dog smile. You know, when the dog smile, and they do that little thing right there, man. They walk up to you and be nosy, and the question they was asking the man, talking about, what she asked him, what she said, do you live here, or this is a residence only something, and man, separation, bro. We get harassed just for fishing in the broad daylight in your neighborhood. You can't even fish, man. The police was a little cool. They asked him for his ID. I guess they had some type of right. I don't know if that was a lawful, whatever, what state or however that go. But I'm just tired of seeing it. You can't even fish, man. You can't even be out there with your, I think it was out there with his wife. I don't know why I can't get the video to pull up. Dang. Can't get the video to pull up. Man. But how many of y'all seen that though? Brother out there with his big hat on. He catching his I think it was some bluegill. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
How are you? Good, how are you? You guys residents here?
Oh man. I gotta get me a computer, man. I know y'all don't laugh at me. It won't play like that for some reason.
I just have to hurry. Don't tell me.
No, I gotta get a computer.
Alright, well, this lake is supposedly for residents only. So, thank you for filming. I'm not giving you permission to film, so.
She's not.
Take a picture of your license plates and forward it on.
Hey, so y'all hear what I go through, right? This the third person. I'm in my own neighborhood, and a white person came and bothered me while I'm fishing. Another white person came and bothered me while I'm fishing. This is the third time. She's like, oh, no, I'm not giving you permission to film. This is my phone. I can film and do whatever I want. I study the law. I study the law. Thank you. I'm sorry. Hey, well, don't leave now. Do you want to say, hey, do you live here? Where you live? What's your address?
When we gonna get tired of this, man? They show us every day. And look how she just smiling. This is how white people do, man. Look at the smile on her face, bro. Look how she's smiling and grinning. They come to you smiling and grinning, but what be on their mind is just the total opposite. What is the nature of that, bro? How you smile at somebody? They usually say people like that crazy, like when people smiling and they about to fight and they laughing and grinning and kiki and caca, but they smile. But they about to fight. Man, you got to be another type of crazy, bro. Something ain't right up there. Talk about your health in Houston. Houston Health Department reports syphilis outbreak begins rapid community outreach response. There you go. Houston Health Department is reporting a syphilis outbreak responsible for 128% increase in cases among women and a 9-fold rise in congenital syphilis in Houston and Harris County. Bruh. Now is not the time to be trying to just go around poking, boy. You got to sit your ass down. I'm gonna put all this in the description. I was just trying to get on here and get off. I'm a little tired for real. Been out there in that sun that's been beat me up. Long little article. I got 2 links, but I ain't finna go in there too long. Let me jump to this Kamala Harris. How many of y'all seen this, man? This was funny. I seen Reza Islam.
We invest in clean air.
Reza Islam post this on his Instagram. Then I seen it on Twitter.
Clean air and drink clean water. Think about the impact on something like public health.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water. Think about the impact on something.
Did y'all hear that? Do I need to play it again? How many of y'all caught that? How many of y'all seen that originally from somewhere? And how many of y'all did you catch it? Did you see it? Did you catch the original clip? Did you catch it live? Did you see it on the internet? Did you see Reason posted Twitter? How many of y'all caught that? How many of y'all caught what Miss Vice President just said? Was it a slip as they was trying to might give a benefit of the doubt? Was it a slip? Was it on purpose? Was it the truth in a joke? What was it? I'm gonna play it one more time.
Think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water. Think about the impact on some.
Okay. What I done covered most of that. You gotta watch your debit card at Walmart. I think that was the day I read or seen somewhere posted that they had a card skimmer in Walmart. Can anybody guess what state they found the card skimmer in? It was a three-man team, I think, 2 guys and 1 woman. And they was putting a card skimmer in Walmart. Can anybody guess what state that this 3-man team was in? Anybody? Cali? It was in New York. That should have been a given right there, man. That's home for scamming on that kind of level. That's HQ with New York now. But they had a nice little operation in plays they was doing. The way they come in there and stand next to each other, and the lady would put a little scarf up them. Man, they had a little operation going. They had a little play going, man. So you got to watch yourself in Walmart. You always had to watch yourself at the gas pumps, in the stores anyway, man. But you got to look at them card scammers. I mean, when you go in the paying for your stuff in the store, you got to look at that, man. You got to look hard. Go to jiggle it, wiggle it, kick it, punch it, do something, but don't get caught up in that, man. I know a lot of people that have been scammed. A lot. What's on down the list? These writers and the actors strike. So for the first time in, I think they said 60 years or so, the actors have now joined the writers in the strike. And from what I've seen, I think it's called SAG. When they joined I think it's 2 different production teams or something like that. But when, I think it's SAG, CAG, that's gonna have a big effect on your reality TV and your game shows, man. So we ain't gonna be able to sit in front of Netflix probably and binge watch that. We'll have to rewatch something, because the way this look like they going, man, this pretty serious. They don't wanna pay them folks. And I think I seen earlier today, Amazon is on, a few workers at Amazon is on strike for the work conditions in the heat and the pay and whatnot. So you might not get some packages either. So you might not have nothing to watch on TV, and you might not get your Amazon Prime order. I think that's over though, but I ain't order nothing this year. I ain't mess with nothing. Gotta save my little money. YouTube stopped paying me. They don't pay me no more. So let's see. I think I covered pretty much everything on this list right here. Like I mentioned last week about some type of cluster bombs that the U.S. was gonna give to Ukraine, but the UK and the UN is opposing the U.S. giving these cluster bombs due to the perceived danger to the civilians that probably get hit with them. And one thing I didn't put on the list that I was in the same genre was President Biden said that the U.S. had got rid of all their like chemical agent weapons type things, but I think it's called sarin gas or some type of tear gas, and another one had another type of name. I can't remember it right now. But he said that they had got rid of them, but either the U.S. military or U.S. Police, they've been stockpiling and shipping this stuff still, but it's banned. It's banned in war. So why they saying we don't got them and we don't, we got rid of them, but we still have them? What they plan on doing with it? Gotta get your gas masks and stuff, man. That's on the that list I was talking about earlier. I might need to post that too. Matter of fact, it should be in that final call I said I was gonna post. The disaster preparedness thing. It might be in that newspaper. I'm gonna read it myself. Something I didn't go over either was let me go back to this week final call. And if you didn't get your final call this week, shame on you. You can get a subscription from the nation. I don't know if it's in the paper. Oh, that's what I ain't do yet before I get up out here. Now I gotta read the final call, y'all. No, I gotta read the final call to you. Duty of the Righteous Man in a Time of War by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's on page 20. Let me turn this around. Let y'all look at this. So, fallout in France after black teens' death shines spotlight on hidden generations of systemic racism in Europe. Have anybody in the country period, have y'all heard about this Cop City? Activists galvanized to get 70,000 signatures on petition to stop Atlanta's Cop City. So basically, it's a lot of training in a particular part of Atlanta or in the urban areas. And you can see I don't know if it'll focus right there, but that's the law enforcement at work of the public training center cleaning the woods. But they basically doing a lot of training in Atlanta, and they want to stop that. Like, they doing a lot of training. You can see right here, it explains what is Cop City. I didn't know they did this much training in Atlanta like that, for real. But that's a good read, man. You need to know that though. It's a long read right now. I want to get to the other stuff and get up out of here. Public pressure mounts for investigation into CPS treatment for black principals. I don't know if y'all heard, but brother Abdul right here in the black with the gold bow tie, he's I think he was accused of, man, I don't want to say fraud. I forget what they're accusing the brother of, but they fired him for some BS, and they fighting against that. He was a principal at a Chicago public school. Time what must be done, and time is wisdom. I don't think I read that one. Okay, this was another one. I was gonna read this one. I might, but if anybody familiar with the point number 12 of what the Muslims believe, I know it's a little blurry. I should have got my went live with the other phone for this. I forgot about this part of it, honestly. Trying to wipe it off so y'all can see. It's a little blurry. I don't know if that helped. But anyway, point number 12, what the Muslims believe. We stated, we believe that Allah appeared in the person of Master Father Muhammad, July 30th. July 4th is not mentioned. So it's getting the language right about Master Father Muhammad's appearance. Brother Dr. Wesley did a live on, I think, Closing the Gap, but he got it posted on his channel with the kind of going over the similar thing. This is a continue, as you can see on the right, page 16, but getting the proper representation and the language right. So if y'all want me to read that, I'll come back to it. But okay, boom. Satan pushes food manufacturing without farmers. How many of y'all got your own gardens? These men, government agencies, and corporations are trying to usher in a brave new world of food manufacturing without farmers or land. In fact, although thousands of acres of land are being bought up by Bill Gates and others, there is a strong indication they don't intend to farm this land at all. How many of y'all got your own gardens, man? How many of y'all growing your own food? I try to bring it close to y'all to see, but it get blurry. I have to keep it like right here. That's why I'm only reading stuff in bold, because I know y'all can't see it. So you got that Depop in there. I'm trying not to get no scratches on the channel. So now this one, this one was real interesting to me. Islam and the roots of hip hop culture. Come back this way for y'all. This was real interesting to me. You know how in New York they say word is bond, and I had kind of put this together. If you real deal in the teachings, and you know you a real, I hate to say fan, but a supporter or sympathizer of the nation, you kind of know when you hear word is bond, where that originated at, and the way they talk in New York has a lot to do with that type of slang, I guess, with the Nation of Islam. I'm gonna read it though, cause it'll make better sense rather than me trying to freestyle it. Let me see where I can start at. Can I start at? Okay. Y'all hang with me for a second. Now, I didn't read the second part of this because I'm gonna try to make a video about it. But I'm gonna read this side because when I say the second part of it is continue on page 38, but I didn't read that because I was a little pressed for time. So as the world continues to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip hop, the influence and imprint of Islam on the art form cannot be overlooked. And it was a lot to say, talk about Jay Electronica. If any of y'all are familiar with brother Jay Electronica, and he had an album. Was it 2020? And hang with me now. Oh, brother, okay. One of the many significances. Don't laugh at me if I said that word wrong. Of our significances, I still probably saying it wrong. Brother Jay Electronica's historic album release is that in the very opening of the album release, it is. Hold my head up. I hate holding my head down reading, y'all. Listeners hear the voice of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan saying, "I don't want to waste any time. I don't want to waste any time. I ask the question, who are the real children of Israel?" Noted student Minister Willie Muhammad during the discussion. Think about that. A hip hop album opening with the voice of the representation of Allah, God, and His Christ in our midst. Hang with me. I know I'm stuttering a little bit, but I can read now. Regarding the truth, Allah came Himself to make known to the world. Jay Electronica, his official debut album, have added. Hold on, it broke up a little bit. To the long history of the presence of Islam, significantly the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad in hip hop. Okay, so to this word is bond part. And I might read the other part because this was just real fascinating to me. And I kind of knew that. Like, if you a fan of, like I say, I hate to use the word fan, you're a supporter, long time observer of the nation, and you really into rap and hip hop lyrics and how it's progressed and the way it sounded years before and how it's changed now, you can see how the nation was an influence in hip hop and in rap and whatnot. So it says, word is bond. Let me go back. Y'all might not want to look at me while I read this. Oh, yeah, I don't feel like holding the phone on that side. So word is bond. Anyone not acquainted with the history and origins of hip hop as a culture could be confused by what simply appears on the surface to be a fusion of religion and music. However, in his book, In the Name of Allah, A History, Clarence 13X and the Five Percenters, Wakil Allah mentions how many of the youth that belong to the various street organizations in New York City throughout the 1960s and 70s were routinely, oh, y'all done fell up out of here. Y'all left me. Come on, huh? Thought you liked rap, man. Thought you liked the nation. What y'all here for? Y'all want to hear the BS. But this was fascinating to me, man. So for the two of y'all that's in here, maybe this be fascinating to you. Interesting or whatever. Routinely visit Nation of Islam temples, as they were called at that time, under the leadership of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, through the influences of the invincible truths taught by students such as Minister Malcolm X and Minister Farrakhan. Many of them will pick up and frequently use the common colloquialisms used in the Nation of Islam. Among the most popular phrase, word is bond, which is derived from a question asked by the great Mahdi and Allah in person, Master Fard Muhammad, and the answers given by his students, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, found in the Lost Found Muslim lesson Number 1 in the supreme lessons of the Nation of Islam. Question: have you not learned that your word shall be bond regardless of whom or what? Answer: yes, my word is bond, and bond is life, and I will give my life before my word shall fail. This language of Islam became embedded and more widespread in the language of the youth in the street. There you go. So common street terminology, slang, language, word is bond, originated in the Nation of Islam. But that's not hard to see and understand. You know, if you ain't got a, bent out of shape about it, that's a given. But I ain't gonna read it all to you, man, because you gotta get your own final call. A couple more things in here to satisfy. I'm gonna post this watch the weather. I'm gonna post this in a minute. Walaikum salam, brother. What's your name, little bro? I'm gonna post this in the. This is free. You get this disaster. It's a reissue of Disaster Preparedness Edition. Read about weather-related disasters and how to prepare yourself and family in case of emergencies. I'm gonna post this in a minute, so y'all can download that for free, man. Free download. All you gotta do is scan it. But for those that just hung out and while I read that, what did you think about that, man? It continues on page, where did it go? It continues on page 38. And they got some albums. They got the Wu-Tang Clan album. Some influences there. They got Death Certificate by Ice Cube. It got Lord Jamar and Brand Nubian, the 5%. It got Famous Supreme Team, Big Daddy Kane, Eric B. and Rakim, Brand Nubian. And just look at the names, man. Look how hip hop has changed, bro. You had, trying to do this with one hand, The World According to Reason. Just look at that, man. It ain't no tights and booty cheeks and, I don't know if that's I have to look that up. I don't know if that's the actual album cover for the album Death Certificate. But if it is, that's crazy. Lord Jamar, look at the album covers, man. Look at the names. The Supreme Team. The 5% album by Lord Jamar and Brand Nubian. And Lord Jamar is still relevant to this day. He ain't on Vlad. He got his own channel. Yes, sir. Big Daddy Kane looks like a job for, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't gonna lie now. The Lost Tribe of Shabazz. Just look at the name, man. You can tell the influence of the nation back then, man. I mean, still now, it's some stuff I want to get into later that I'm gonna try to piece together. But y'all gotta get y'all a copy of this, man. That was this week's copy. Uh-oh. Think I done did something. That's this week's copy of the Final Call. July 18th, volume 42, number 40. Get that Final Call, man. You ain't gonna hear about a lot of this stuff in the news. Some of it you will, but not, the principle. This is a brother Abdul Muhammad right here. You're not gonna hear about a lot of stuff in the news, man. They're not. He been fighting this for a few weeks now, man. Let me go back through this one more time. You gotta hear this. this was one of the, I call it the codes to unlocking myself and getting woke. This the time what must be done. That 56, 58 episode video. I don't know what to call it right now, but that's what helped wake me up, man. I ain't been the same since. And I probably was about 20 when I first read it. I mean, watched it and whatnot. But you gotta get something you can use, man. We can't be just stuck on Usher and Kiki and YNW Melly and Real Housewives of this and Instagram and what else going on in the news? Nothing that's gonna save your ass or help you to live another day, cause they gonna keep you in the blind. Oh, I don't think I talked about that black woman that went missing in Alabama. I don't think I mentioned it. The lady that got abducted. And I think she seen a child on the highway, and she got out to help the baby or the child or whatnot, and she was on the phone. I think she called the police first. Then she called her sister and told her sister the same thing she just told the police, or vice versa, one of the two. And then they left her car, left her identification, left her phone, her wig, and she been missing since. And she was a graduate of some college. I had the link in here. How many of y'all heard about that though, man? How many of y'all heard about? I know y'all heard about that now. Yes, sir. Lil' bro, what is your name, bro? I know you finally you said you had got an Instagram, man. What is your put your Instagram in the chat so I can follow you. We can go live together sometime. I know you be out there in the street pushing that paper now. So I need you on the team. We gotta get you in there, especially you so young. You gotta be about 16, 17, NOI Arts. Let me see if I can find you right quick. Took you forever to get an Instagram, my boy. What's your how your Instagram picture look? Cause there's a few of them that pop up. I'm going to Facebook. Is it like with the periods in it, or what? Is your picture the star and crescent, or do you not have a picture? I think this might be you right here with the 26 and no picture and 48, 42 followers. That's you. Well, mine is linked on my YouTube about page. It's me with the same profile. Mine is linked on my YouTube about page, man. Just go on my channel and go to about, and then go to this part right here, and you'll see my link. And just follow me. It'll shoot me a DM so I know who you is. So I ain't gotta jump around looking for you. So, oh dang, y'all can't even call in this week. I'm on the phone to call in. Well, I could do the other number. Anybody want to call in and chop it up? But I don't think y'all do for real. But if you would like to, I'll give you the number before I cancel this live. We'll get up out of here. I'm sleeping, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Who's still in here, man? Brother Josh Mason, you still in here? I see NOI Art still in here. postal store. Okay. That's good. Did I cover everything? Did I leave something out? Talk about the food. Gotta get your own guards, man. You cannot trust what you're buying out the store, what you're getting from Chick-fil-A, what you get from Burger King. You cannot trust it. You cannot trust it, man. My bad, I was swiping away some notifications and stuff. I don't know what y'all growing, man. I'm gonna try to get me a little something going again. My last garden, it didn't do too good this year. I got some big squash and zucchinis and some a number of bell peppers, but not what all I planted, man. From like I mentioned a few weeks back, my cabbage suffered. My strawberries didn't even see the light of day. My habaneros suffered. What else didn't do too good? Only thing I got from my garden this year was green and red bell peppers, squash, straight neck, crooked neck, and some decent sized zucchinis. That was it. And my onions suffered. So I wasted a little bit of money. So I'm gonna try to sometime this week fix me up a little raised bed and see what I can throw up in there. No nothing, y'all ain't talking about nothing. It's all good. It's all love. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate all the likes, comments, and eyeballs and ears. Peace and blessings, man. Assalamu alaikum.